Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Warhammer 40,000 boarding actions, and today we're taking a look at the Tau Empire. Now in this video we're going to talk about mustering a boarding patrol, how we form boarding squads for some of the more interesting units in the force, and then the rules adaptations we have as well, which is normally some rules that units will lose in this particular game mode. Now with that said, we're then going to look at a couple of units we recommend to get started with for this game, and then look at some other units we can use to expand upon those first couple of initial purchases. Finally, after that, we'll finish off the video with a little sample army list of 500 points, which is the standard size game for a boarding action in Warhammer 40k, for you to use, hopefully, as some inspiration for starting your own force of the Tau. And so, to begin with, first of all, mustering a boarding patrol. You can include up to one of the following units, either an Aun-Shi, Aun-Va, so your ethereals, and this does include also your regular ethereal, Cadre Fireblade, Commander Farsight, and Darkstrider. Farsight's a really interesting one here, because a lot of these sort of middling sized units, especially jump troop units like this, aren't available in the game to a lot of other forces. Battlesuits are definitely one of the things that Tau have access to that a lot of other forces won't. Now you can also include up to 3 of each of the following units, be that Breacher teams, Strike teams, so the 2 variations of your Fire Warriors, or Kroot Carnivores. You can include up to 1 of each of the following units, so a Pathfinder team and Tactical Drones, meaning you can include both 1 of each. And then you can also include, if you have 1 or more Kroot units in your army, 1 or more Kroot Carnivore units that is, you can include up to 1 of each of the following, either a Kroot Shaper, Kroot Hounds, Kroot Farstalkers, and the Krootox Riders. These can all be taken in varying different sizes, and they are all listed here for you. Now, you can include also up to 1 of the following units, though you can only include 1 of any of these choices, so you can't have, say, 1 of each of them. This is Crisis Battlesuits, Stealth Battlesuits, and Vespid Stingwings. Now, forming boarding squads, most of this applies to the Kroot. The Kroot Farstalkers are a 12 model unit standard, which is a little bit odd for our units here, and how we split them is just into 2 6 model squads. Kroot Hounds, once again, are odd numbers, and you split them into boarding squads of 4 models each. And the Krootox Riders, you will never split, regardless of how many you end up taking, whether that is 1, 2, or 3, you just don't split them into boarding squads. Rules adaptation wise, the Commander Farsight model will lose Deep Strike, Way of the Short Blade, and aggressive offensive abilities. The Crisis Battlesuits will lose Deep Strike and Turbojets. These are just common abilities, especially Deep Strike, that is lost in the game. Stealth Battlesuits will lose their homing beacon. The Strike Team will lose covering fire. The Tactical Drones will lose Deep Strike, and the Vespid Stingwings will also lose Deep Strike and their airborne agility ability. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where to begin for the Tau Empire? With how we use our aura abilities as commands in boarding actions, I think the Cadre Fireblade has a really interesting one. This is going to be an ability that adds 1 to the attack's characteristic of ranged weapons nearby, which can really help just punch out some extra damage. Also, himself, each time he makes a ranged attack on a critical wound, he will get an AP characteristic of -3. Now, we do have some wargear abilities as well, where he can take different types of drones, be that shield drones to add some extra wounds, or marker drones to allow you to get the marker-like keyword activating for your force, which is one of the Tau Empire's big sort of abilities. He has his Fireblade Pulse Rifle, which is 1 shot with rapid fire 1, which you generally, or in a boarding action, if you're shooting at something, you're probably in rapid fire range with most weapons in the game. 3+ to hit, strength 5, no AP, but remember, if he gets that critical hit, it will be a -3 damage too, so pretty cool at taking out a couple of Space Marines a turn. Now, joining him, we have the Breacher Squad, which are a unit he will be able to give his +1 attack to, which is really nice. Their ranged weapons are going to be their Pulse Blasters, which with his bonus will go up to 3 attacks, so they're 2 standard. They're assault weapons, so you can advance and shoot. 3+ to hit, strength 6 is really nice as well, enabling you to really hurt most things in a boarding action on that 3+, although you will even be on 2+ or something, and even against the other hard things in the game, you're probably on a 4+ at worst. AP -1 and damage 1 though to round them off. Ability wise, we have Breach and Clear, where each time a model in this unit makes a range attack that targets an enemy unit within range of an objective marker, you can re-roll the wound roll. And you've also got your little support turret in there for some extra damage, along with other drones like gun drones, marker drones, shield drones, all of that good stuff for the Tau. Now, if we look where to go next, for me, it is definitely the Crisis Battlesuits. I think these are one of the most interesting things you're going to get in a Tau Force, especially for boarding actions. They're also, 9 out of 10 times, this is a unit that has attracted you to the army, so of course we're going to look at including them. They are toughness 5 with 4 wounds each, which is pretty solid for a boarding action. Objective control 2 is actually nice on a more elite style unit like this as well. Now, we have the variety of different weapon options you can put on this unit, where each different fire warrior here can have up to 3 different weapons on their battlesuits, along with 2 drones there as well. So you could, in reality, have, a gun drone and 3 shooting weapons on them, and you can even give them upgrades that would allow them to fall back and shoot as well. They've also got, some really, really powerful weapons in that arsenal, and some additional cool equipment that can really help them out in a lot of different plays on the game. Now, the next thing we're going to look at are the crew. I think these really come into their own, and definitely if you're looking at bringing something like Crisis Battlesuits to the table, they are incredibly expensive at 500 point games. For 195 points, you get your 1 unit, but that is going to take up an awful lot of your points. So what crew can do is definitely bring in some numbers and some utility to your force. The Kroot Carnivores themselves have 2 attacks in melee, 3 plus to hit, strength 4, no AP, damage 1, but they also have their ranged weapons, which are a rapid fire weapon, putting out some nice strength 4 shots with no AP. Now, the Kroot Hounds on the other version, they are going to be a just damaging combat unit. The melee weapons give them 3 attacks at 3 plus to hit with strength 3, no AP, and damage 1. So you do have the hunting pack as well, where while 1 or more friendly Kroot Carnivore units within 6 inch, you can add 1 to the wound rolls for this unit, which is really nice. Lastly, we have the Krutox Rider, which definitely brings a heavy weapon to bear. The Kroot Gun, 2 shots at a 36-inch range, which is, pretty much going to enable you to shoot down any corridor you need it to go. But skill 4 plus, strength 7, no AP, but damage 2 can be really nice. Ability-wise, Kroot Packers, you can also get +1 to hit on this model while it's near any of your friendly Kroot Carnivores. And it also has the Scout 7-inch rule as well. These are going to provide you with, some extra units on the table, able to hold down objectives, able to just influence the battle more while you're spending and getting those more expensive but really useful units like Crisis Battlesuits into your force. And so here we have our sample army list for the Tau in a boarding action. And so we are 500 points on the nose. With this force, we have a Cadre Fireblade, who's going to be our Warlord. And we've got the enhancement here of the Advanced Targeting Protocol system. Now, this is actually the only one we have available to a Sept model. We have another one that can be available to an Ethereal out of our enhancements, and another one that is going to be available for Kroot models only. On top of this, obviously, we have the generic ones as well. But I really like this one. In your command phase, you select a friendly Tau Empire core unit, which can include both your versions of Fire Warriors and your Crisis suits, which is really nice. That's within 9 inches of the bearer, and each time a core model in that unit makes a ranged attack that targets an enemy unit within half range, you improve the AP of that characteristic by the weapon by 1. So really giving some extra punch. He can also give out, the +1 attack, and then he's also going to be able to give out the bonus for this. So +1 attack, -1 AP bonus as well on a Breacher team, or even your Crisis Battlesuits can be really nice. Now, we then have that Breacher team, which has the support Tata missile system, and then we've got a Guardian drone and Marker drone on the unit there. Other data sheet wise, we are going to have our Crisis Battlesuits. We've got our Crisis Battlesuit Salsevier with a battlesuit support system to enable the model to retreat and still shoot. Then we have a Cyclic Ion Blaster along with a Tau Flamer, and we've also got the shield generator on him, along with a shield drone and marker drone there. And then we've got our other 2 Crisis Shaosui, which have 2 Tau Flamers each, and then they've also got Cyclic Ion Blasters, and they've both got a gun drone and shield drone. Rounding out the force, we then have the 10 Kroot Carnivores, the 4 Kroot Hounds, and a Krutox Rider all in there, giving us a decent amount of units on the table, as well as some really powerful hitting pieces in those Crisis Battlesuits, and indeed the Breacher team if they can get nicely supported by that Cadre Fireblade. But if you got some ideas on how to build up your Tau Force for a boarding action, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderin Shot First, Kendall, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty Stabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.